Ecce Puer by James Joyce, 1882 to 1941. Of the dark past a child is born, with joy and grief my heart is torn. Calm in his cradle the living lies, may love and mercy unclose his eyes. Young life is breathed on the glass, the world that was not comes to pass. A child is sleeping, an old man gone. O Father forsaken, forgive your son. Okay, this is a poem by James Joyce. James Joyce was a very important Irish poet. He grew up in Dublin. He was educated by Jesuits, and then he went to University College Dublin. He's most famous for his book Ulysses, which was prohibited in the UK and the US because it was deemed to be obscene. James Joyce lived most of his life in Trieste and in Zurich. He spent his life in Europe. He did come back to Ireland from time to time, but he lived abroad nearly all of his life. Now, the poem Ecce Puer. Puer is a boy, and Ecce is behold. See the boy, behold the boy, the young boy, but see the young boy. And that's Latin. Now, this poem is about the death of James Joyce's father and the birth of James Joyce's son, Stephen. So one generation has gone, and a new generation has come, and this is really the idea of the poem. It's celebrating the birth of his son and mourning the passing of his father. Of the dark past a child is born. So a child is born, and this child comes from the darkness of the past. So the past may have been very difficult, it may have been unhappy, it may have been problematic, but a child is always that is born comes from the past of their parents, the things that happened to their parents before. With joy and grief my heart is torn. So I'm desperately happy, and I'm also desperately upset. And here we've got this concept of life and death, the dark past, the death of his father, the death of the old generation, the birth of the new generation, joy at the birth of the new generation, and sadness at the end of the previous generation, and his heart is torn between these two feelings. Calm in his cradle the living lies, may love and mercy unclose his eyes. So here is the baby, calm, lying in his cradle. He is alive, he's living. And notice the living. But why is he using this word living? Because it contrasts with the dead, the living and the dead. May love and mercy unclose his eyes. So I think this is saying that may he live in a world of love and mercy. May he understand love and mercy. May he always be surrounded by love and mercy. And may he grow up like this. And I get the suggestion that he didn't grow up like that. Joyce himself didn't grow up like this, and that's why he has this wish for his newborn son. Young life is breathed on the glass, the world that was not comes to pass. So young life is breathed on the glass. Very often they used to use a mirror to see if a person was dead or alive, if they were still breathing, because they'd put a mirror to the person's mouth, and if there were if the mirror missed it up, then clearly the person was alive. So on the glass, young life is breathed. So the baby is born, the baby is alive, but this also echoes the fact that that Joyce's father is now dead. The world that was not comes to pass. So this baby didn't exist, and now it exists. So something that was not begins. And I think the contrast to this is the world that was now is not. Yeah, and that again refers to his father. So the world that was not comes to pass. A new life, a new world, a new experience. A child is sleeping, an old man gone. Okay, this is very clear. The child is sleeping, and the old man is sleeping as well, but the sleep of death. So the child is sleeping, and the old man is gone. O Father forsaken, forgive your son. Now, O Father forsaken, either he's talking to his father, asking his father to forgive him, or maybe he's actually talking to God and saying, "Oh God forsaken, forgive me for all the mistakes that I have made." So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Ecce Puer by James Joyce.